Alright, welcome everybody. Bringing you guys another AoE3 video here. We're back in GUA June 2020 sub-tournament. And we're in round 32. We have Lucas versus Kuvira, aka Duck. Game 1's going to be played on Herald Island in Special 5. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel for Lucas. Let's see what civ Lucas gets here in game number 1. That's really loud. Lucas getting the German civilization. And let's go ahead and spin the wheel for Duck. Let's see what civ Duck gets here in game number 1. Duck getting the Russia civilization. Alright, so this is round 32, and this is another one of those series where it's kind of lopsided, the skill level, since it's we're in the round 32. You know, put the top seeds versus lowest seeds. Lucas is one of the higher seeds. He's ranked as a brigadier, so he's playing versus one of the lower seeded players in this tournament. Duck, who's right now ranked as first lieutenant. I think he is better than first lieutenant. I think he's maybe more like a major rank or so, or like captain major. But either way, still probably a pretty big skill gap here. So we're gonna see what Duck can do. If he could put on a good show for us. But either way, of course, we're happy to have him here and grateful to have a game to cast. And I'm going to focus my commentary mainly on Duck here, since he's there's a handful of other guys who are kind of lower ranked players compared to who their competitors are. So I'm going to kind of focus commentary more on him so I can kind of give him tips. And I think players will enjoy that. They'll be able to rewatch the stream and then hear me commentate over their gameplay. And I think that'll be really beneficial to them if they choose to rewatch it. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Let's see. It looks like it was only 100 wood start, and okay, wait, no, he's building. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say he's already got the TP down, so that's why the wood wasn't in the bank. So it's a 200 wood start. So he's starting with a trading post, and he's gathering wood for a house. Which looks really good. Okay, it looks like he has 2 villages in queue. I was going to say, I don't know if this next villager will, if you want to have enough food for this next village, because he put all 3 cellar wagons on wood, and sometimes when you do that, you end up not having enough food for a villager. So, but it looks like he's okay. It doesn't look like he had any idle TC time at all, so it looks like that was kind of perfect. Yeah, no idle TC time. So yeah, that went perfect for him. So good job there. He's got the TP up. Let's see, did he get any chargers there to help him out with that? He got a 90 food charger, so that's what allowed him to put all 3 cellar wagons on wood and have no idle TC time. So that's really good. Adapting to the chargers that you pick up, very smart. This I don't like. I really don't like this at all. I don't know why players seem to do this so often. There's absolutely no reason, especially on a map like this, there's no reason to herd your second hunt. So what Duck did, he walked a villager over here, and then he started herding this. The walking time from here to here is pretty significant where you're not gathering. And now you also killed a deer incredibly far from your town center. So that's either you're gonna have to gather this very riskily. I'm gonna make up my own words today. You're gonna have to gather this very riskily in age 2, or just let it bleed out. So I really don't like that. You have enough food in your first hunt to age up. And then as we're seeing here, he's kind of being really sloppy with herding. Unfortunately, you really want to try to shoot the deer. Oh, yeah, see, this is kind of a disaster. It's not the easiest thing to do, but it's just something everybody needs to kind of practice. And until you get it down, I guess. Obviously, the herding here is just not very good, especially the first initial herd over here. You just want to, sometimes when your villagers be gathering from deer, right there, and the deer ends, and then they go on the next one, sometimes they'll shoot animals. So you want to avoid from that happening and anticipate that. And just always herd the deer, closer to your TC. Just whenever you get a free second, herd them. And yeah, just keep it better. I don't know, just work on it more so, I guess. Prioritize that more so than some of the other, whatever else you're doing. Because it's really significant with the age of time and stuff. Treasure contention here, 80 XP. Looks like it's going to go to... Oh wait, fuck, I'm doing the commentary on the wrong... Okay, this is actually hilarious. I'm commentating on the wrong person. I thought this was Duck, and I'm like, why is this guy playing a PR 25? But in fact, it's actually Lucas, who's playing incredible, doing really weird stuff. Okay, well, Lucas, you should probably watch this back so you can get some tips, because that was some pretty god-awful herding in age 1 there. All right, we'll go back. We'll go back to Duck, I suppose here. But it looks like the same story with Duck. Like, why are you walking villagers, especially as Russia? Because, you know, they train villagers in batches of 3. Why are you walking villagers way the hell over here in age 1 to gather food and then killing a deer way the hell over here? I, like, really do not understand it. But that's hilarious. That was actually Lucas doing, like, the really, really sloppy herding in age 1. I mean, I get you're focusing on other stuff, but man. Alright. Anyways, both players playing the standard with their age 1 shipments. Russia player shipping the wood trickle, and then Lucas shipping the cellar wagons. And it looks like Duck is building his forward blockhouse, so standard stuff here, as you would expect. It was a wood start, so that's really nice. And I think this matchup is pretty German favored when it is a wood start like it was here. Lucas has his explorer in position to grab 100 wood treasure. That's a very nice treasure if he can get that. A little bit of sloppy herding here from Duck, like I said, and it's the same from earlier, but now you want to start shooting this one back there, especially since you'll be putting on that pressure. Now, you're not going to want to be focusing on hunts soon. Putting up his houses. Looks like Lucas is, we did get, oh, he's opening barracks. I kind of like that. Yeah, I do like that. Opening barracks, and he did get gang saw. Hunting dogs and placer mine, so it looks like he's really well prepared to deal with this rush. Duck doing a good job shipping the 5 Cossacks and using his explorer, so very smart. I would, yeah, snare, he a little bit late. I think he should have tried to get the snare a tiny bit sooner, but he was on point with like the idea. And or at least one of those villas, it felt like he should have killed the vill. Since Lucas was hunting so far away, it felt like Lucas could have got a vill there and probably should have. But either way, pretty good job. Oh, we should have continued to body block there, I think. I know it was a little bit risky with the pikes nearby, but I think he should have had one of those other wagons with the. He had the body block going, but then he kind of canceled it, retreated. Don't forget about your explorer, though. You did a good job using your explorer, but now you're just leaving him to die. Such a valuable unit. It'd be good to pole trick him. He's snared right now, but you could try to pole trick him back. It was good Duck using his explorer initially, but forgetting about it there a bit. And it looks like Lucas did get that 100 wood treasure, so that's very nice. And we now have a stable going up for Lucas. And he shipped 700 wood. So it looks like he's playing the Sage too, making started off with pikes and now making some crossbows. And 700 wood out for Duck. So he's playing this a little more eco after initial units. He does have straw. He did make a batch of strawlets. And we have 2 Ulans wandering around. And yeah, this is like the herding is sloppy, man. This is where the 2 Ulans, it's going to make them so much more valuable because you have, you know, sloppy herding. This villager is going to be and then accidentally killing the deer. Good reaction time. Could pull the vill. Could have pulled tricked them and probably saved them. Lucas or Duck's moving on in. Doing some poking here, trying to get his cellar wagon. If you could get that cellar wagon, I would be mad. Oh, goes in just before he goes down there. Pretty good job poking. Your explorer's back, but he's forgetting about him again. Looks like he's focusing on raids. And yeah, this is it. Like this 2 Ulan raid is so strong, but it shouldn't be. Like it's strong because of the bad herding. If the herding was better, all the deer would be dead like right here, and TC fire and village would go in TC like so much easier. And these 2 Ulans like would do very little, but since he had such bad herding, his villagers are way out here instead of being like right here, or maybe even like right here. So that's actually pretty massive. And now forced once again to go back on the extremely far hunts. So now it's just this awkward situation, like do you pull units back? Do you, like you're forced to pull back, which this was the smartest choice at this moment. But yeah, it's unfortunate that you have to be hunting like that. And it looks like Lucas is ready for a push. Duck throwing down that second blockhouse right on top of it. You gotta be careful. You should probably just have your units behind the blockhouse. So he's gonna get snared here. This is gonna be ugly, actually. especially with this, your cav away. Like, don't just have your units like in the front for no reason. Like your cav away, there's no reason that. This is. I think some muskets just popped out. I mean, it's so hard pushing the 2 blockhouses. It was a bad start to the fight for Duck, but I mean, you never know. Like, the 2 blockhouses are just insanely strong. He was even adding a 3rd. I mean, Duck might be okay here. It's hard to say. But recalculate eco. Lucas does have a lot more eco behind this. I don't even know if 1 blockhouse is going to go down. This is how crazy the 2 blockhouses can hold. Not sure if any units are going to be popping soon, but it looks like this. Oh, there's a batch of muskets. Would have been better off if it was for Strelets, but he was expecting more cav. 1 blockhouse will go down, but there are 2 more. So, yeah, focusing on the pikes. Looks like Duck's calling the GG. I mean, he would have held this position, but he's down, 9 bills. And he just sees a really big score gap, so mismacroed a bit, so it looks like he just wanted to tap out. I mean, he would have held this position. Like, these crossbowmen wouldn't really break through these 2 blockhouses, but maybe 5 pikes would, clean it up. But either way, yeah, it didn't look good for Duck there. So he taps out. Game 1 going to Lucas. Alright. Everybody, we're going to begin in Game 2. Game 2 is going to be played on Iowa. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel for Lucas. Let's see what civ Lucas gets here in game number 2. Lucas getting the Japan civilization. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel for Duck. Let's see what civ Duck gets. Duck getting the China civilization. Alright, getting into game 2 here. Alright, so we got Lucas's Japan. Alright, Lucas' plan is the Japan civilization in the green. China. Duck plan is China in the blue. You got 1 village. Players scouting across the map here. 100 food treasure. Using those cherry orchards to scout, you throw 1 down right away and you use the second one to do some scouting. Alright, so this will be interesting. See what Duck goes for here. 300 wood coming out of Lucas. Taking a look at Duck's deck. A lot of industrial cards. But at the same time, it's not like that unstandard. He does, of course, have Mandarin Duck Squad in his deck. I mean, it's like standard China. China can just get away with having like 8 industrial cards and it doesn't affect them at all, which is something. Taking a look at Japan deck. Standard stuff. He does have enlist or regulars. Only 2 industrial cards. And we have Duck now on his way up to age 2, and I do not believe that is, I'm not sure which wonder this is. I don't think this is a standard one. And I believe Duck is aging with a different wonder, so we'll have to see what that is once it gets constructed. Meanwhile, Lucas aging with a standard was Karnimata. But he did ship 300 wood first. And he's got his explorer's position on the trading post lines, looking for the China explorer perhaps. He does find him with one of his explorers. Yep, he's got a dog, so gonna try to track him down. Alright, let's focus on Duck's gameplay here. Okay, well, let's see what Duck is going for. He's gathering a lot of wood. Now I know his favorite Civ map. Okay, this is the normal wonder. I don't know why. I feel like it looked smaller like that, but we do indeed know your favorite card. Unfortunately, he may send it. So yeah, chopping a lot of wood here. He does now have a trading post. He's chopping so much wood that it looks like he's going to play this H2, I guess. Or at least make some units in H2. Still no market, so yeah, definitely a strange opening from Duck right now. He's chopping a lot of wood. Does not have a market. Oh, that's rough. Once again, bad hurting, losing probably like 50 food due to like walking time or more. So Duck is still getting wood. Hasn't used it yet, so I'm a little bit confused. But who knows? We do have a forward villager going for a second trading post. So perhaps going for ATP, 3 TPs here. 700 wood coming out of Duck too. Oh god. So he's gathering a shit ton of gold or a shit ton of wood, and he's also shipping wood. So I mean, that's not the worst strategy though, to be honest. Like, he looks like he's going for 3 TP stagecoach, which Japan's usually very defensive, which they are not this game. Although this was not the Karnimata, it was Torii Gates, but I don't even see that Samurai out. Okay, Samurai is not starting to siege. So taking a good amount of time though, and an early stable, so a Nagy opening, quite unique from Lucas here. 2 TPs are now up, third one being constructed there. 700 gold now out for Lucas. I mean, if Lucas, he's not gonna be able to. Well, the disciples could be kind of nice versus the Nagys if he makes more. He's gonna get caught here though. 3 samurai being shipped from Lucas. Very strange start for Lucas here. But I guess maybe perhaps wants to ship 3 samurai as he sees Duck's going for the TP line here. China Explorer is going to go down here. So pretty nice pickup there. Villager taking a very long time to build this TP. And Duck's ready to age, so yeah, nice. He has now started aging. He is gonna have 2 TPs, and meanwhile Lucas is not gonna age at all. He's staying H2 and he's pushing right now. So this could be a scary push. It's a weird push. There's like 8 Nagys and like 4 samurai, so This village, unfortunately, is very far forward. I mean, it's hard to predict that there'd be a weird rush like this. Barracks is being constructed very quickly. Needs to make sure he gets resources from Minutemen. That's oh, nice. Cleans up that one Nagy there with the batch units from the Summer Palace. The village will go down, and consulate also being built right now. 3 more samurais being shipped again from Lucas. So, I mean, if Duck can find a way to hold this, he can be looking really good. Just want to try to save your villagers here. Just pull the villas off. Just letting one vill die. And hopefully, Minutemen are out. Sentries are out. They're gonna do decent work. Pretty good control with the villagers. Maximizing building time and only losing 1 villager, so that was actually pretty good. And now getting some good hits with the crossbowmen. Oh. Now Nagys are moving up. And Duck's now in H3. Duck has 2 shipments stacked. He can't send the shipment right now. He's got just enough to send the shipment. So, he hasn't sent it yet, I don't think. Wait, no, he had something on the way before. Wait, did he have something on the way before he had H3? We'll have to see what pops out of his TC here. He definitely has potential to hold this, but the aggression is real. Also, should maybe just gather these sheep, really. He needs to be able to get the resources called the other side of Minutemen. And, okay, now he can, I believe, right? 90-90. Barracks is going to go down very quickly. He needs to time basically his Minutemen with whatever unit pop comes out. But Lucas, smart job escaping. Good card to send. Intervention, definitely good shipment right there. Going to try to track down some of these samurai. A little bit risky. There are a lot of Nagys, a lot of units, but Ducks has no fear. Oh, now he's pushing way too far. Yeah, with only... it's a little painful. With only the muskets, you really don't want to push that much. I think he felt a little overwhelmed, like he had to make something happen, like he was too far behind. But he really wasn't, like, that much behind, and fortunately, kind of wasting these muskets is really big. If he would have compared these with whatever shipment is now on the way for him, it would have been significantly better, but... kind of wasting those muskets. Could still get some pretty good hits here, snaring the Yumi and the samurai. The chained out swordsman can put in some work here. Nagys are on the chained out swordsman also, but Lucas enough units to kind of clean it up. And yeah, Duck tapping out. There's GG. Basically, Duck just having 2 separate fights, fighting with the muskets and then fighting with the swordsman when he could have like paired them together. Definitely a little unfortunate there. And not eating the sheep. When he realized there was an all-in rush, you should just eat the sheep like before they're completely fattened. But that's it for this game too. So Lucas does go up 2-0. And we'll be moving on to game 3. Alright, game 3 going to be played on Bering Strait, and we're going to spin the wheel for Lucas. Let's see what civ Lucas gets here in game number 3. Lucas getting the Japan civilization. And let's spin the wheel for Ride Coke. Let's see what's not Ride Coke. Wait, is that right? No. Let's spin the wheel for Duck. Wow, is it the same exact matchup? It is. These wheels are so rigged. Alright, Lucas or Duck in China. Probably. Neither player wanted to use a civ veto. I could maybe look into the wheel and try to adjust, increase like the speed, the amount of turns or something. But I mean, it's still, it's I don't know, it's so weird. The Samurai series already happened. Can't find the VODs. Yeah, it did. Look, I highlighted. Look in the highlights. It should be there in the highlights. A highlighted VOD. All right, getting game 3 here. All right, so we have Duck playing as China in the blue and Lucas in the green playing as Japan once again. Game 3 on Bering Strait. And 2 of these players go for this game. No, Duck won't be able to go for as many TPs as he did last game, so he'll be forced to switch up his build a bit. And it looks like it was a gold start, so both players leaving their gold on the floor. Lucas is starting with a consulate here, but he's going to need to get wood for a mana. Oh my God, he's going to steal this. This is going to be huge treasure contention because I think Lucas really needs a lot of wood. And if he doesn't get, oh, come on, Doc. Come on, man, that would have been massive, and now Lucas is fine. Like, I think if Lucas didn't get that treasure, he would have been really housed and like in a really bad situation. He's still not building a shrine though. Okay, now he does. Yeah, like he wouldn't have had the wood to build this shrine if he did not steal that treasure. That would have actually been massive, and would have caused Lucas to have a really bad age 1. But man, that was big. That was a huge treasure. So let's take a look. Doc did get the 40 wood there, 30 coin. Oh, he's got the rickshaw snared here. Getting some hits in with the disciple and monk here. He's not too far away from home though. And try to body block. Another nice wood treasure over there. If you put the disciple in front, I mean, he's getting good punches in with the disciple, but he's not body blocking with it at all. It may go down. Oh, forced. Alright, that's a pretty nice job by Duck. Forcing the cherry orchard to go right here. Obviously not ideal. But at the same time, versus China, it might not matter if like China can't put on aggression and you can't really like hold this positioning. I mean, it could influence the game definitely, but good job from Lucas for saving it and not being too greedy, trying to like place it here and just taking the smartest move and placing it right there, just as he passed the frozen lake. And yeah, now another shrine going down. Shrine is going up for Lucas. And same for Duck. Duck going with the Summer Palace again. Got 4 villagers on it. Oh, and I'm surprised Duck walked away from this 85 wood. Yeah, what the hell was that? He was right there, and he was right here, saw the 85 wood, and then he decided, you know what? Let me go across the map and pick up. Like what? He's picking up a treasure to show all the treasures. Instead of getting an 85 wood. Very strange set of decisions. So Lucas getting another big wood treasure, which is just massive for Japan. And both players will be reaching H2 here in a little bit. We have Japan on the port consulate. So actually going to see more standard stuff this game from Lucas. Last game he did I forget what the hell it's called, the Age of the Samurai. But this game is going with the Karnimata. Not the Karnimata. I get shit mixed up so much. Going with the what was it? The card's called Heavenly Kami, and this isn't Karnimata. This is Toshigen Shrine? Toshigen Shrine, right? Man, what if Jab said Karnimata? Going with the Toshigen Shrine. And now building a market. And we do have 700 coin on the floor here for Duck. So it looks like he'll be playing this pretty standard, and I think he's just going to go up to H3 right away, which is definitely smart. Alright, so let's just highlight what's happened in this game so far, where Duck went wrong. The treasure contention, I mean, you can't, I don't know, you can't really give him any tips on that. He just lost a huge treasure contention. Obviously, he tried to get it, but he just kind of reacted wrong or too slow or whatever. If he would have got that treasure, it would have been massive because Lucas would have been housed and Lucas would have had a horrible H1. But instead, it went from Lucas having a horrible H1 to him having like a really good H1, basically. And then Duck almost killing the cherry orchard, did a really good job. He scouted the 85 wood treasure right here as he was right here, and then he decided to not go for the treasure for some bizarre reason. And he not only did he not go for the treasure, but he also went across the map to leave it for Lucas to get. And I don't think there's any way Duck didn't see that. I mean, I don't know. It's a weird move. Maybe he didn't scout it, but I'm pretty sure he walked like right past it. So, picking up a 75 food treasure. So yeah, those two things really add up and are quite big. Lucas shipping 600 wood and then 600 coin to get in some market upgrades. Japan Explorer getting caught out in action here, but he can always just poof away. For some reason there are criticals. And we do have Japan going up to H3 early with 160 shrine population. Meanwhile, China is about to hit H3 right now and is building a war academy and a consulate. Oh, he's going to kill the Japan Explorer before the shrine goes up and is going to be able to siege it down. So that's actually a really nice pick up there from Duck. Looks like Duck is housed right now. I think he's not gathering enough wood, really. I don't know if he's going to ship 1k wood here, or... No. Definitely a little bit... Okay, oh, he just got another village up. So he's actually okay, looks like. And on the British consulate... Meanwhile, Lucas is dropping a stable. And got some bestiaros. And what the hell is this? This is Lucas shipping. Unlocks 7 lucky gods. Unlocks experience points. Unlocks experience point generation from shrines. Increases build bounty for construction shrines. Shrine changes build bounty by 50%. I don't know what to make of this. Build bounty, that's how many you can make of it, right? So you can make 50% more shrines. Is that true? Is that right? I don't know. So it allows you to gather XP instead of resources. So you're allowed to put shrines on XP. They're on coin right now, right? I'm very confused by this card. You get a nice shipment spam. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if it gives a lot of XP, I could see it being good. Especially, like, I mean, Japan already has a ton of shrines, and their shipments are really good, especially when you're doing this fast H3. So I don't know, but definitely weird. Oh wow! And look at this. This shrine coming in value. This is what we saw earlier in the game. The cherry orchard had to go down here, and this is causing Duck to get a huge raid and killing. And wow, what is with Lucas's reaction time? Like, okay, he's focused over here, I guess, but he just lost like 5 villagers, and he like still isn't aware that the villagers died. Almost lost another one there. So looking at the recalculate eco, Duck is at 38, and Lucas is at 34 only, and Duck has a porcelain tower. So I think Duck's actually looking really good right now in this game. We do have some discipline ashes, however. 10 arquebusiers arriving for Duck. See, are there shrines on, like, does it show XP or... Yeah! Shrines are on XP 0.79 per second. He's at 160 shrine pop. I don't know if anybody is a mathematician. You can figure out what that is. Is that like a single TP? Is that like 2 TPs? I have no freaking clue. And Duck is pushing here. That was a huge raid killing. Well, let's look at how many villagers died. I think that was 5, maybe 6. 6 villagers died on this cherry orchard. Very big. I feel like there's line of sight like discovered on the entire map. Like I thought I had the map like displayed like this, where you know there's not fog war, which I never like having it like this. But no, it's just like the entire map is discovered. Oh my god, dude! A village gives this much line of sight? Are you kidding me? It's like a quarter of the map for a village. Okay, EP team, I'm gonna throw you guys a suggestion. Nerf the line of sight of a village. Look how insane this is. And then that just made me think of shrines. Shrines, you can probably nerf the line of sight on shrines. Chaps are gonna have shrines everywhere on the map. Like they shouldn't just get free map control and have villagers be gathering. Like, but god damn, look at this village's line of sight. Look at this giant circle. It's insane. Yeah, Kaiser saying village overall are dumb. I agree. But at least nerf the line of sight. Like, god, Jesus. Yeah, I think definitely a shrine LOS nerf would be really nice too, because, like I said, like Japan's always gonna have shrines everywhere on the map. Like, you shouldn't just get free line of sight, and they're basically like villagers, you know. They should at least have the same like line of sight of like a villager or something, or I don't know, less than what they have now. Alright, so what's going on in this game? Lucas, or, wait, okay, Duck at 43, recalculate eco to 38, so he's up 5 villagers, and he has a porcelain tower. Porcelain tower isn't accounted in the recalculate eco, right? Is it? I don't think it is. Military-wise, basically exactly even. We have a big engagement right here. I guess it'd be better if for Duck to buy time, since he's got the better eco, but... we're about to see a big engagement. I don't know about the start for this for Duck. His Cav's a little bit out of position. He's trying to retreat, but you probably just want to fight at this point since you can't retreat. Oh my god, Duck. Like, do something. Attack. Oh, now all of his Cav are just bunched up. This is like a horrible start to the fight for Duck. I mean, he might, I don't know, be so many Cav running around. The start to the fight was horrible for Duck. And, yeah, just going very one-sided for Japan is another big raid, which is very nice, but that fight going really, really bad for Duck when it shouldn't have. Definitely a nice raid, and 33 villagers to 45. Duck's not completely out of this, but it definitely is painful losing engagement that poorly when it was just unnecessary. I mean, if Duck can, I don't know, find a way to buy time and continue to distract his opponent, but now a bunch of villagers going into village, and not looking good. It's gonna be hard to catch up to that military mass. After that really poor engagement, it basically just came down to that. Before like the engagement, Duck was in a good spot. Like, here's the GG, so, I mean, all it came down to was a fight. Duck had an incredibly bad start to the fight. Like, he didn't want to fight at that moment, but it would have just been better if he did. He just lost so many units before his army, like, basically started attacking. So that's it, 3-0 to Lucas. Lucas is advancing to the round of 16. And that's it for this one, guys. So, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.